Someone you love has passed away and left this message so you can know the whole truth. Open it quickly. This is a very important message for you today. Do not ignore it. Pay attention to this message. Right now, in this very moment, time has opened up a small window between two worlds, the seen and the unseen, the earthly and the eternal. And through that window, a message has found its way to you. This isn't a coincidence. This isn't a random video. This is a divine arrangement. A soul you once loved, one who has passed into the light, one whose voice has been silenced by time but not by love, has chosen this moment to speak. Not in fear, not in sadness, but in truth. And the truth is this: they never left you. Not for a second. Not for a breath. Not even for a heartbeat. You may have cried yourself to sleep wondering if they were watching. If they saw your pain. If they heard your whisper, "I miss you." And now, with a heart full of eternal light, they respond, "I heard every word." The nights you looked at the sky and begged for a sign. The days when you laughed but felt a piece of you missing. The moments when joy returned, and you felt guilty for smiling again, they were there. Watching. Holding. Guiding. Not from above, but from within. Because real love never dies. It just changes its shape. And their love for you, it has only grown deeper in the silence. This message is not about loss. It is about truth. The truth they've been longing to share with you. The truth that has followed you, waited for you, whispered through dreams and coincidences. And now that you've opened this message, their voice can finally come through. They say, "You need to know, I didn't suffer the way you think I did. My passing was not the end of me. It was the return to peace. I was received with grace. I was wrapped in light. And the moment I crossed, I thought of you. Yes, you. Not the past. Not pain. Not fear. Just you. Your smile. Your laughter. Your childhood moments. The way you looked at them with love. And they've been holding that memory across dimensions, protecting it like treasure, waiting for the day they could say to you, "I'm still here." Archangel Michael, the protector of souls, stands beside them now. He confirms this message is real. He has cleared the space around you so your heart can absorb what your mind cannot yet explain. Michael says, the soul you lost is not lost at all. They are alive in light, and that light is surrounding you right now. You don't need to chase signs anymore. The sign is this moment. They want to tell you the truth about what you've carried since they left. The guilt. The anger. The confusion. The moments where you asked yourself, could I have done more? Did they know I loved them enough? Did I say goodbye properly? Their spirit holds your face in love and says, "You did everything right. You loved me more than enough. I left with peace in my soul because I carried your love with me." No regret remains on their side, only gratitude. No pain remains on their side, only peace. No sadness remains on their side, only the truth. And that truth is simple: you are loved. You are seen. You are still connected. You've been walking through life thinking something was missing. But what was missing was not gone, it was waiting. Waiting for this message. Waiting for your heart to become soft enough again to hear the voice of love through the veil. Waiting for you to realize that they are not behind you, they are beside you. Michael now says, you are not just remembering them, you are walking with them. They are in your intuition, in your dreams, in the way your heart flutters when you make a decision, in the moments when you suddenly feel calm for no reason, in the songs that come on at the perfect time, in the scent that drifts through the room and disappears. That's not coincidence. That's presence. They are there. And they want you to release what you've held inside. The tears you didn't cry. The questions you buried. The grief you silenced so others wouldn't feel uncomfortable. They say to you now, you don't need to be strong for me. I need you to be free for you. Your healing matters. Your joy matters. And they want you to live now, not as someone who lost, but as someone who remembers in love. Your next chapter is not about forgetting them. It's about inviting them to walk with you. Because they're not a memory, they're a part of your soul's fabric. And now, you've been given this message not just to comfort you, but to awaken you. Your life is not stuck. Your future is not dimmed. The person you lost has now become the guardian of your next miracle. Michael closes this part of the message with a final truth: you are being prepared to receive peace where pain once lived. Your heart is not broken, it is opening. And what's coming next in your life is something they will witness with pride from beyond the veil. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Say this aloud: I hear you. I feel you. And I love you too. Because they heard that. And they smiled. There were things they never got the chance to say. Words they held in their heart, moments that slipped away, goodbyes that felt rushed, love that was felt but not fully spoken. But now, in this sacred moment, their spirit draws near with the kind of love that stretches across time. And through this message, they finally get to say what their soul has carried since the day they left: I never wanted to leave you confused. I never wanted you to wonder if I knew how much you loved me. I did. I still do. And now, I want to tell you everything I never got to say. They remember your last conversation, whether it happened in words, in silence, or only in your heart. They remember the look in your eyes, the touch of your hand, the energy you gave when you thought no one was watching. They remember the days when you smiled through tears just to keep others strong. And their spirit whispers now, I saw it all. I carried that love with me. It stayed with me even as my breath faded. Your love was the bridge I walked across when I entered the light. You see, death did not divide you. It only changed the form. You are not apart, you are just on opposite sides of the same soul thread. And that thread is still glowing. Still strong. Still sacred. They come now to say, there was no unfinished love. Only unfinished words. And this is the moment I've been waiting for to speak them. They want you to know that their passing did not erase the connection. In fact, it deepened it. You may not have seen it, but they've been beside you during every storm. When you stood in the mirror unsure of who you were becoming. When you sat in the dark holding back tears. When you laughed and suddenly felt them in the room. They weren't memories, they were manifestations. Their love didn't leave, it changed into light. They remember something specific, a moment you may have forgotten. A day you looked at an old photo and whispered, I wish you were here. Their soul heard that. And they say now, I never left. They stood beside you when you made decisions with a trembling heart. They walked with you into rooms where no one understood your grief. They sat beside you during sleepless nights, sending calm into your chest even when your mind was racing. They say now, I know you couldn't see me, but you felt me. That warmth, that was me. That random calm, that was me. That sudden strength, that was me, reminding you that you're not alone. Archangel Michael confirms, this is not imagination. This is not fantasy. This is divine connection. This message is protected. It is pure. And the voice speaking to you now is real. They want you to stop carrying guilt. Stop replaying the past. Stop asking, what if? Because from their side, there is only peace. They say, I don't remember the pain. I remember the love. I don't carry the illness. I carry the memories. I don't see what I lost. I see what we shared. And it was more than enough. You were enough. You are still enough. And now, you are being asked to live again. Not just for yourself, but for the legacy of love you shared. Because love like this doesn't just disappear. It transforms. And now, that love is about to guide you into something new. They say, I've been watching the way you've grown. The way you've handled life without me physically there. I've seen you rise when you had every reason to fall. I've seen you give when you had nothing left. And now, it's my turn to give something back to you. A blessing. A miracle. A release. Yes, They've been assigned by heaven to help deliver something into your life. Archangel Michael has granted their spirit access to walk with you for a divine reason. Because something is about to arrive in your life, something you've been waiting for, praying for, breaking through for. And their soul says, I get to be part of it. I get to witness your joy. And I want you to know, I will be right beside you when it happens. They ask you now, don't close your heart. Don't build walls where windows should be. Don't push away what's trying to love you now. I've sent you people. I've sent you signs. I've sent you the feeling of me, not to make you cry, but to remind you, you're still surrounded by love. Every time you've said, I miss them, they've whispered back, I'm right here. Every time you said, I can't do this without you, they've wrapped you in invisible wings. Every time you said, give me a sign, they sent you numbers, songs, dreams, and feelings that made no sense to the world, but meant everything to you. Michael says, this connection is rare. It is protected. And it will remain. You were chosen for this message because your soul is open, soft, listening. Because you are ready, not just to be comforted, but to be restored. Now, as you read these words, their soul steps even closer and says, thank you. For loving me. For remembering me. For carrying my light forward. And now, it's your turn to be carried. Heaven has you. I have you. And what's coming next, you won't face it alone. Close your eyes. Place your hand on your heart. Say this, I release guilt. I receive grace. I allow the love to continue in new form. Because they heard you. And they've been waiting for that moment. The one you loved, the one whose voice you miss, whose touch you remember like the echo of sunlight on your skin, is closer than they've ever been. Not in body, but in purpose. Not in shadow, but in presence. Their soul has remained near, not just out of affection, but assignment. Because now is the moment they've waited for, to reveal not just their love, but the blessings that have been stored up in heaven for you. Not general. Not random. Specific. Designed for you. Because they know what you've carried. And now, they've asked Archangel Michael to open the scroll of divine gifts written in your name. Michael steps forward, holding a scroll of light, words made of flame, speaking softly but with the weight of eternal truth. These are the areas of your life about to bloom. These are the prayers no one heard. These are the promises that are about to wake up. 1. Restoration in relationships. The love you lost left a void. A space that even the kindest people couldn't fill. But that space wasn't just a wound, it became holy ground. It taught you how to feel deeper. How to listen more. How to love from the soul instead of the surface. And now, heaven is sending someone, not to replace what you lost, but to honor what you learned. A soul who speaks your spiritual language. A connection that doesn't drain you but fuels you. Your loved one says, "I've been sending them toward you." You will recognize them by the peace they bring. Don't overthink it. Don't resist it. Don't compare it to the past. This is not about history, it's about healing. You're not being asked to move on, you're being asked to move forward. With love. With grace. With permission. 2. Healing in the body and mind. Your soul has been strong, but your body has carried invisible weight. And the one you lost has seen it, the fatigue, the tension, the quiet anxiety. They've sent peace into your chest when you couldn't sleep. They've whispered "breathe" into your subconscious when you didn't even know you were holding your breath. And now, they speak this over you: your healing is already happening. From the inside out. Your cells are listening. Your mind is resetting. Your energy is coming back. Archangel Michael confirms, the angels of healing are already at work. Don't expect a flash, expect a wave. Each day lighter. Each step clearer. This is not just recovery. This is renewal. 3. Financial breakthrough. You've worried in silence. You've made it work when you had nothing left. You've smiled while your heart questioned, "How long can I keep this going?" And your loved one saw every moment. And now they say, "You will never struggle the same way again." Not because of luck, but because of divine alignment. Money will begin to flow not as survival, but as support for your purpose. You'll attract what you need, and what you didn't know you were allowed to have. You will begin to receive without apology. To give without fear. To plan without panic. This is your inheritance, and it's been unlocked. Because you've proven, you value people more than possessions. And heaven always blesses a heart like that. 4. Divine purpose awakening. You thought you were drifting. Wandering. Unsure of what you were here to do. But the one who passed, they always saw your light. They always knew you were more than your past, more than your fear, more than the box the world put you in. And now, their spirit says, you're about to remember who you are. Not because someone told you, but because your soul will start to burn again. Ideas will return. Passion will wake up. Things you buried because of pain will resurface, not to haunt you, but to heal you. You will begin to speak with authority. Move with grace. Create without fear. And what you touch, it will transform. Because your voice is not an accident. It is assignment. Michael says, this is not the end of your grief. But it is the beginning of your glory. You are no longer just surviving. You are stepping into divine receiving. The one you lost didn't leave you broken. They left you becoming. And now, they say, what I couldn't give you in life, I will send to you in spirit. You're not alone. You never were. You are surrounded. You are chosen. You are rising. Say this aloud now, I open my hands. I open my heart. I allow the blessings assigned to me to arrive without resistance. Michael lifts his sword in light. The soul you love stands beside him. And heaven writes this moment in gold, this was the day everything began to shift. There comes a moment in every divine journey where silence becomes guidance, stillness becomes strategy, and what once felt like absence is revealed to be alignment. You've reached that moment. The loved one whose voice you long to hear, and Archangel Michael who has stood guard beside your soul, now speak together, not to comfort you, but to activate you. What has been unlocked in the spirit must now be lived in the natural. This is not the end of the message. This is the beginning of the movement. Michael says, you have been blessed with awareness. Now it's time to walk as if the miracle has already happened. This is your instruction. Not to wait, but to welcome. Not to chase, but to create space. Not to doubt, but to declare. Your loved one's spirit confirms, the blessing is real. But it needs your readiness. So here's what you need to know, blessings do not chase chaos. They arrive where peace is invited. They settle where expectation is held. They manifest where alignment is chosen. Your first divine instruction is this: clear space. In your schedule. In your heart. In your spirit. You cannot hold what's new if you're clinging to what's gone. And your loved one says, I am not asking you to let go of me, I'm asking you to let go of who you thought you had to become after I left. You don't need to be cold. You don't need to be numb. You don't need to fake strength anymore. What you need is to be honest. Open. Soft again. That's where the miracle will land, in the parts of you that still believe in goodness. Second instruction, begin talking to them out loud. Yes, even if no one understands. Even if your voice shakes. Even if it feels strange. Because every time you say their name, every time you speak your thoughts instead of bottling them, you open the channel between realms. You activate the cord of light that connects your soul to theirs. And Michael says, you are not just remembering them. You are co-creating with them. They are your team now. Your divine allies. And they want to be part of your daily life, not just your tears. Third instruction, watch the sky. There will come a night, very soon, where you will look up at the stars, and you will feel them. Not as a memory. As presence. You will feel them say, I'm proud of you. This will not be imagination. This will be recognition. You will know they are there, because the air will shift. The breeze will change. The silence will hum. That is your sign. That is your permission to trust the invisible. Fourth instruction: prepare your hands. Because what you asked for, the opportunity, the answer, the support, the love, it's already been dispatched. But you cannot carry a miracle with clenched fists. You must let go of control. You must surrender the timeline. You must say with faith, I don't know when, but I trust who. Your loved one steps forward now, clearer than ever. And they say this directly to you: I am not in pain. I am not in regret. I am in light. And I am helping move the pieces of your life into place. You will not break. You will not lose again. You will rise. And when you do, you will carry me with you, not in sadness, but in strength.